Imagine traveling back in time, around 2.6 million years ago. The Earth looked very different from today. East Africa, now known for its vast savannas, was then a wild world full of danger. Amid herds of ancient elephants, primitive zebras, and saber-toothed cats, a new species emerged. One that would change the course of history forever: Homo habilis. They were among our earliest ancestors, often called the handyman, or the one who uses hands skillfully. Homo habilis were not very large. They stood about 1.2 to 1.4 meters tall, weighing between 35 and 45 kilograms. Their appearance still resembled apes, with long arms and a face that jutted forward. But one thing set them apart: their brain was bigger. While Australopithecus, their older relatives, had brains of about 400-500 cc, Homo habilis showed an increase to 600-700 cc. To us today, that may still seem small compared to modern humans with 300-1,400 cc. But back then, this was a giant leap in evolution. What caused their brains to grow larger? The answer lies in the harsh challenges of survival. East Africa was undergoing drastic climate change. Forests were shrinking, replaced by open savannas. Giant animals roamed the land: ancient hippos, primitive elephants, and fierce predators like saber-toothed cats and giant hyenas. In this environment, Homo habilis needed more than physical strength. They lacked sharp claws or massive teeth. Their main weapon was their brain. A larger brain gave them an edge: the ability to observe, remember, plan, and innovate. This marked the beginning of the long journey of human intelligence. One of the greatest signs of Homo habilis' intelligence was the creation of stone tools. They used sharp-edged stones to cut meat, smash bones, and skin animals. This innovation is known as the Oldowan culture, discovered in sites such as Oldowan Gorge in Tanzania. With these tools, Homo habilis became opportunistic scavengers, able to extract meat from carcasses before larger predators arrived. The tools also allowed them to break bones and access bone marrow, a rich source of fat and energy crucial for brain growth. Many scientists believe that the increased consumption of meat and marrow played a key role in accelerating the growth of the Homo habilis brain. Life for Homo habilis was filled with challenges. They lived in small groups, perhaps 10 to 20 individuals. Within these groups, they foraged together, protected each other from predators, and cared for their young. Group life was essential. Homo habilis children were born with underdeveloped brains, much like modern humans, meaning they needed longer care and protection. Picture a morning 2.6 million years ago. A small group of Homo habilis crosses the savanna. The females carry infants while others gather wild fruits and roots. The males hold sharp stones, scanning the horizon for threats. They stop when they find the remains of a zebra, abandoned by a saber-toothed cat. Quickly, they use stones to cut away what meat is left, then flee before other predators arrive. This was an early form of teamwork, resourcefulness, and courage. Alongside tool use, the growing brain of Homo habilis also led to advances in communication. They did not yet have language like we do, but researchers believe they used a mix of sounds, gestures, and facial expressions to share information. This primitive communication was essential for coordinating hunts, gathering food, and warning others of danger. Though simple, it was the seed of human language. Still, life was never easy. Homo habilis lived under constant threat from predators: saber-toothed cats, ancient crocodiles, and giant birds of prey. They also competed for food with other species, including the last Australopithecus groups, and later Homo erectus, which appeared around 2 million years ago. And nature itself posed dangers: floods, droughts, and storms. Every challenge demanded adaptation, and again, their brain was their greatest survival tool. Though Homo habilis went extinct around 1.5 million years ago, their legacy remains. They were the first to create and use stone tools deliberately, show a clear increase in brain size, display early signs of cooperation and communication. They paved the way for Homo erectus, then Homo sapiens, and eventually us, modern humans. Every time we invent new tools, work together, or communicate ideas, we are continuing a journey that began with Homo habilis millions of years ago. The evolution of the brain and intelligence in our ancestors is a story of survival against overwhelming odds. From the first sharp stones came the foundation of technology. From simple communication came the roots of language. 2.5 million years ago, Homo habilis lit the spark of human intelligence. That spark grew into the flame of civilization that defines us today.